everyone. Do you ever have one of those days where you just want everybody to stop talking? Dr. Jess Tranchina is here with this Mental Health Monday to explain why anger might actually be overstimulation and what you can do to help. So Dr. Jess, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. How are you?
We might not have anger problems after all. What's the science here?
That's true. So obviously the nuance here is some people really do have some anger issues. So this is not everyone, but there is a lot of research that connects high stress and overstimulation of the nervous system to irritability and having emotional dysregulation and anger.
What's going on in the brain when all of this is happening?
So we talked about this last month and I've just become obsessed with it. This beautiful little amygdala that we have in there that tells us that there's danger near. In these modern day stresses that we have, I feel like danger is always near, right? We're constantly stressed. And so when that portion of the brain is on, the portion of the brain that tells us everything is calm, we're focused, we're planning, and we're logical is off. So it literally turns it off. And so if we're stressed, the amygdala is on all the time. This stress bucket we have continues filling and filling and filling. And then we have no space for any other decisions or even being nice to your friends.
Not great for cortisol levels, I wouldn't think either.
Not great.
Yeah.
Cortisol levels through the roof, stress high, poor sleep, the list goes on.
Okay. What does it look like in real time?
So in real time, let's say we wake up in the morning and we have to begin making decisions. We go to work, we're making more decisions. There's traffic on the way to work. There is noise, but let's go back to night. What if we didn't sleep? What if our back hurts? What if our shoulder hurts? And then we're at work and we have a high demand day, a lot of questions. We begin coming home, the back hurts worse. We just remembered we didn't sleep that well. This poor bucket that we've had that's had to fill in all of these things, the decisions, the pain, the hunger, the fatigue. Oh, by the way, the financial concern that's always in the back of your head.
Always.
You get home and someone's like, what's for dinner? What do you mean, what's for dinner? Can you plan dinner for once?
Yeah. Snapping not only to maybe your partner, but your kids.
Not their fault. That was just the last little 5% that you had left in your bucket, and they happen to ask the wrong question.
Yeah.
That wasn't that.
Why does this happen to us though? What's going on?
In our brains?
Yeah.
So what happens is throughout the day, when all of these stressors, traffic, pain, fatigue, sleep, the prefrontal cortex is almost literally not on most of the day. It's on when we have to make a decision, and then it turns off when the stress shuts it off. And so the bucket is becoming full, and it's not emptying. Emptying the bucket would tell the amygdala everything's okay. It would turn the prefrontal cortex back on, and our nervous system would shift from sympathetic stress, cortisol, fatigue, to parasympathetic.
And that's where we want to be most of the time.
Right, but we don't know to do that during the day, so the bucket begins filling up. Where we think we're irritable, and there is a WHO definition of irritability, or angry, really could just be a capacity issue that if we know about it and know our signs, we can slowly empty the bucket throughout the day.
Well, that would be good news because I feel like this describes a majority of the working American public.
The majority. We all have stress.
Even moms who stay at home, parents who stay at home.
Correct.
This is a lot of stress in your bucket to make your point.
Think about the mom that's staying at home. What if she has a sick mom or a dad who has cancer, or she's caregiving for some? We don't know her story. She also has stress, right? So we may be looking at someone else like, oh, they don't have 4 jobs like I do. You don't know what's going on in their life.
So true. Okay, so 5 things to do to help things calm down. Catch it before you get to 100.
Yeah, so I really do think of the analogy of the bucket, the stress bucket. Before it makes it to the 95 where you're going to snap at that last 5, recognize your signs. Is your jaw tightening throughout the day? Are your shoulders coming up? Do you feel like you're short breathing and you're forgetting to breathe? Do you feel like everyone's kind of annoying right now? Catch it.
Reduce your input as well.
As much as you can possibly stop noises. Now, if you're in a construction zone and you're living in a house with construction next door, you can't stop that. Turn your phone off, put it away, turn the TV off, decrease stimulation. That will help.
How about a longer exhale? That's something easy.
You're exactly right. We talk about breath work all the time, but often when I know my signs, when I find that I'm stressed, I'm actually not breathing out, I'm breathing in. Just breathe. breathe out.
Just a little longer.
Immediately, a longer exhale will shut down your sympathetic nervous system and put you parasympathetic.
How about moving your body?
Well, if you've got all this stored up energy, go for a little walk around the block, get some fresh air, use up that pent up energy that has built up throughout this bucket filling, and just see if that helps. That doesn't help some people. Some people just need to calm down. Other people need to expend the energy.
Gotcha. And lastly, communicate. This is a big one.
This is a big one. I've got a 9-year-old that asks 90 questions a minute, and sometimes she repeats them. I find myself saying, okay, baby, I'm going to begin answering again. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm going to take a few deep breaths and reset, because, you know, mama doesn't want to snap at you, because I have. And so I've had to early on find words to tell her. But I want to jump back to something super important that I have found myself doing, and I found this in the research. So when we talked about the definition of irritability and from the WHO, and you know what else it leads to besides anger and aggression? Social withdrawal. So when I find that I'm getting so stressed and I don't even want to hang out with friends or do things, and I used to think, oh, well, I'm an introvert. Not in some cases. In some cases, it's not that. It's because my capacity has been so full, I don't even want to have dinner with a friend. And you and I both know that what is longevity linked to?
It's spending time with people. That's right.
Being with your people, having dinner. You don't want to get that bucket so full that you don't do that.
Okay,
so
Dr. Jess.
that was huge. I wanted to make sure I said that part.
I appreciate it. Okay, get expert guided, customized protocols by going to expertsinwellness.com.